DJ Akademiks and Charlamagne finally had their sit down.
They did, and this was like the most WWF shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, for those who don't know, how can I summarize this?
This is so fucking weird.
It's so weird.
It was so weird to watch. I was expecting, like, the way he was talking, the way this nigga always talks on his streams, like he's like a G, like he's gonna kill people, like
who? Akademiks?
Yeah, man.
Akademiks has been on this anti-Roc Nation Jay-Z tour. I don't know for how long, but he's been going hard.
For the last 2 years?
Yeah. So basically, Charlamagne, from what I understand, Charlamagne gave him a call and gave him a heads up and said, yo,
there's a hit piece coming out.
There's an investigation, some lawsuits. One of your clippers from Australia, an Asian guy, they're investigating him.
Saying what?
I guess he runs DJ Akademiks page on Twitter.
Yes.
And he's a clipper and some inflammatory things that are being said.
Like
and stuff
what?
Like that.
Underage women?
I don't know. I don't know the specifics.
Yeah.
But basically, Charlamagne called up privately Akademiks and told him, yo, here's a heads up.
You're about to get fucked.
You're about to get fucked. Akademiks was triggered and said, basically, why are people so comfortable with sharing the information to you about them coming after me?
Oh, I see. I love that mindset. I love that mindset. It's a meme. That's a meme mindset.
Well, I think
he's living a real life
Roc
meme.
Nation put you up to this to give me that phone call. Because your warning wasn't really a true warning because you're not telling me who's telling you. So it had to come from the Israel of rap, Jay-Z. I'm going to stand on that, and I guarantee you it's going to become a thing. It's going to be a catchy thing.
Israel of rap.
Or the Israel of rap, Jay-Z and Roc Nation. So Roc Nation is the boogeyman. So they've been going back and forth online.
Well,
I shouldn't even say back and forth. Charlamagne's been fairly quiet about the whole thing.
It's only Akademiks.
Akademiks has been going
talking about
crazy.
Even reports of Akademiks saying how Charlamagne has a side piece because Charlamagne's been going on air for the last 10 years saying he hasn't cheated on his wife in 10 years, and he was a big cheater at one point. And what's his face? This kid here, Akademiks, eventually went on saying Charlamagne has a side piece who pegs him.
Oh, that's crazy. Now you have crossed the line. And there's another piece. His
side piece pegging him is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sense, by the way,
I mean, what people do in their own bedroom is.
I know, but with Charlamagne, it makes sense because Charlamagne, I think pegging would be really cool if Charlamagne came out and just say yo, I get pegged by a girl. What's up? And niggas would be like, yo. You start getting porn videos now, grown ass men getting pegged by women.
I'm not touching that.
Charlamagne loves butt play. Come on, have you been watching Charlamagne? He gave DJ Envy an ass for his birthday. Okay. You know the fake asses? To fuck? Yeah, yo, it's definitely on brand. But go ahead.
Another piece of this is that it was revealed that Charlamagne had a stake in a casino that would open up potentially in Times Square.
Okay, and the problem with that is?
So now, with Roc Nation.
Okay, what's the problem with that?
The problem is, people are taking that and turning that into Charlamagne, you work for Roc Nation, or you're affiliated, or you're underlink to Roc Nation. So,
I work for
so it's an association with Roc Nation, and Roc Nation's Israel, so that's bad.
I work for Roc Nation, so what? It's like, what the fuck?
But he doesn't work for Roc Nation. I guess there was just an opportunity to have some equity in a casino, and shit.
I just don't like this.
Charlamagne took it.
I don't like this.
And now the narrative is being reinforced that he is a Roc Nation, I guess, hitter, Roc Nation minion, however you want to spin it.
Charlamagne being a hitter is crazy.
Which the same argument could be said about Akademiks and Drake. You're sitting there with an OVO chain. We've seen how hard you have gone on behalf of Drake. If Drake said, yo, he had a business opportunity, I'm sure that Akademiks would take it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know. And I feel like a lot of media personalities, a lot of these guys have biases. We all have biases based on our relationships. You don't have to be in business with someone to have a bias.
Sure.
You could just like their music.
Okay.
You know, so I don't understand this gripe. It's crazy. But let's watch a couple of clips.
Another word, gripe.
Man, see, now that's in my vocabulary. I've never used it before.
Who are the lawsuits coming from? Because when y'all are pointing fingers at all of these different people, those names on those lawsuits should be the people y'all pointing at. Are those people from Roc Nation?
Yeah, but it don't work like that. So,
What you mean?
Like, this
Who are the lawsuits from? Is what I'm saying.
okay, no. I hear the question. So, you're gonna have to remember this is also casino adjacent, right? I'm telling you, every casino or some type of, it could be, if we're talking about call sheet, we're talking about poly market. If we're talking about, those are betting prediction market. If we're talking about prize picks, we're talking underdog fantasy. Those are fantasy sports. They're all doing the same thing. Like, I had to deal with prize picks and underdog. Spotify got me to deal with underdog. They literally tell you we're skirting. Well, they don't say they're skirting around real laws, but they're like, when you are doing your promo, mention it this way because this is how we avoid the law. This is entire how casinos, prediction markets all happen.
That's cool. But who are the lawsuits coming from?
Okay, so I'm telling you.
Those are your ops.
No, I'm gonna tell you. But that's why I say Roc Nation is involved. Because
So Roc Nation's suing y'all. That's who the lawsuits are coming from.
it's not, their name is not gonna be on the lawsuit.
Why
So-
not?
So for example, all right, I'll give you an
Oh,
example.
so you think they're funding people to sue y'all?
Yeah, that's of course.
How can you prove that? I'm asking. I don't know.
Okay, show me. Have you read these lawsuits?
No.
These lawsuits are claiming these people said they don't have no money, yet their lawyers are going up against state's lawyers. Who do you think is funny? That a broke motherfucker claiming they're suing $1 billion casino.
Well, it's just a civil suit. You don't need no money to file a civil suit.
There's a million motions, Charlamagne.
You don't need any money to file a civil suit.
I think DJ Akademiks is becoming really paranoid. He looks paranoid. He looks like he's all over the place. But you know what they always say? When there's paranoia, there's some truth to it.
Well, I feel like Charlamagne drove a really good point home here. The lawsuits.
Yeah,
What are the names on the lawsuits?
Yeah.
Is anybody from Roc Nation?
No.
Well, no. But these people are broke. Well, you don't need money to file a lawsuit. So you're saying that Roc Nation is funding the lawsuit? Yeah. Charlamagne's like, yo, how can you fucking know that?
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Like, Roc Nation's this boogeyman that could do anything. Because you got to remember, too, a couple of years ago, they paid off Tory Lanez's jury.
They did. They fucking
Paid up
did.
all the jurors,
All of them.
you know, to get the guilty verdict.
Every one of them.
So it's so glaring. It's like you have Charlamagne, who I believe, just watching a good chunk of this interview or sit down, giving reality-based answers. And then Akademiks, who's kind of just being vague and broad, not really providing any real information or details, just a vibe, a conspiracy theory that Roc Nation's behind this shit. Is there any real evidence of it? No, but, you know, it's just Roc Nation. It's like, what? Okay, let's watch another clip.
I'm in cahoots with Roc Nation. That's fair to say.
Of course, absolutely.
And you think Roc Nation is doing this to you?
Roc Nation is part of a broader thing, but yes, of course.
Doing what, though?
That's what I mean. It's just so vague. It's just like these allegations, these things. I don't know. Maybe they said in this 3-hour sit down and I missed it, but it just seems like
I do know
a bunch of nothing to me.
I do know what's in the works. I heard that there's some stories of him talking to younger age women.
Who, Akademiks?
Yeah.
I feel like that's always been. Well, I know there was a rape allegation made.
Yeah.
But is that something that he's blaming Roc Nation for doing? Because I feel like that's
He's saying that Roc Nation is funding the people who are doing these investigations.
yeah, but based on what is my point, right? You still need evidence. I feel like if Akademiks got in a car crash, he would blame Roc Nation for it. He'll say like, yo, they cut my brakes, or a car cut me off. That was somebody from Roc Nation in the car that cut me off, forcing me to crash. I feel like the paranoia is so crazy. No matter the situation, all roads lead back to Roc Nation.
Back to Rome.
All roads. Have you guys heard it say? All roads lead back to Rome. This is the case with Akademiks. It doesn't matter what the situation is or how many receipts you have in terms of debunking his theories about Roc Nation. All roads lead back to Roc Nation. Like, no matter what, there's no convincing Akademiks at all at this point.
I'm in cahoots with Roc Nation. That's fair to say.
Of course, absolutely.
And you think Roc Nation is doing this to you?
Roc Nation is part of a broader thing, but yes, of course.
So if I called you
Yes.
to tell you that privately, wouldn't that be me snaking Roc Nation?
So Charlamagne makes a good point here. He says, I'm in cahoots with Roc Nation, right? I reach out to you, giving you a heads up on the situation, right? Akademiks, you believe Roc Nation is causing this situation to happen, or got investigators after you and filing these lawsuits. If I give you a heads up on the situation, wouldn't I be snaking Roc Nation if they're trying to get you up out of here?
Are we cutting this part out? Like, yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
So that should let you know right there.
No.
If I'm so in bed with Roc Nation, and I'm so in cahoots with them, and they got this master plan to take down Akademiks, and Charlamagne calls Act to tell him privately, that would mean I'm snaking Roc Nation.
That's a great point. If he's in cahoots with Roc Nation,
Have you heard of the Trojan horse?
all roads lead back to
Rome.
There's an explanation on top of an explanation on top of the explanation.
You know, you've never seen the Troy movie. Come on now.
Yeah, but Charlotte, that call wasn't like Act save it, because everything you even told me was like Act. The focus of what I'm hearing is people that has been around you. You weren't even saying Act. You were saying be careful.
That's right.
Okay. What I felt that call was, that's what I'm saying. I think that was a Roc Nation directed call.
Jesus Christ. It was a Roc Nation directed call. He feels. So it's not really based on any evidence. He just feels it was a Roc Nation. I got to give it up to Akademiks, because, boy, he is creating one hell of a story all by himself. And it's got the internet on fire right now.
It does.
Holy smoke.
And they got memes of like Joe Budden not responding or not talking about this whole situation. Because Joe Budden's friends with Akademiks, and he used to have beef with Charlamagne, but he doesn't want to ignite anymore. So.
And once again, I'm not saying none of these claims can be true. I'm not saying that. But it should be based on some tangible evidence.
Saying, I think that was a Roc Nation directed call. You know why? If I completely took heed of that, the people who were around me that you mentioned, I would have just backed up off and be like, yo, I don't know.
Nah, not necessarily. That just means you cut your grass a little lower so you can really see if there's any snakes there. That don't mean cut those folks off. That was just a simple heads up that you could have kept private, tucked to yourself, and just kept a close eye on everybody just in case.
To me, that was Roc
But
Nation.
instead, you went to your main shooter and told him, start shooting at Charlamagne.
Come on, now,
Which is crazy, because Charlamagne tried to be an OG, tried to be a friend, reached out to him privately and told him, yo, listen,
they're about to dox you, nigga.
there's some shit happening. You need to just pay attention to your team and who you have around you. And Akademiks took that and turned it into World War III, going after the person who tried to help him. That's crazy. No good deed goes unpunished, because that is wild. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You could be in the Epstein files just by somebody saying, yeah, we emailed Akademiks
Okay.
because we want him to promote our
But you
music.
just said you don't know Stakes a big company. I agree with you. Now, how long have you known Jay-Z? What was he doing back then? He used to be kicking it with Harvey Weinstein, didn't he?
Because they had a fucking movie production company together.
And there's other
Harvey
people that
Weinstein produced Paid in Full.
And there's other people that used to be kicking it with Jeffrey Epstein just because he used to give them consultancy.
You think all of those? You think everybody knows what everybody is into?
Okay, all right, so that's what I'm saying. So you believe Jay didn't know about Harvey Weinstein? Right?
You said Jay what?
Jay wouldn't know. Jay was just doing some movie shit with Weinstein.
I don't think he would know that. Why would he know that?
What Charlamagne's saying is absolutely right. It's possible that you could do business with these people and not know who the fuck they're fucking in their bedroom or graping. Like, what are we talking about? Because you work with someone on a project, that automatically means you know about their deviant behavior behind closed doors?
Yeah.
I fuck with a lot of people. You fuck with a lot of people. You're not going to know about their fucking sexual endeavors.
Or who's human trafficking or not, you know?
And it makes sense. Harvey Weinstein is a movie producer. Paid in full. Great example. Yeah, they collaborated. And I think Weinstein also collabed with Jay-Z on the Khalif Browder documentary and a couple other documentaries.
So, Paid in Full is one of the best movies in hip-hop, by the way.
So Akademiks is acting like this is a gotcha. Oh, yeah, well, shit. You worked with Harvey Weinstein, right?
I know.
It's like, yeah.
Two different cabals.
Yeah, two different things. Two different things. He's really reaching. He's really trying to destroy Jay-Z. And I'm just trying to figure out, where does all this animus come from? Like, it's so weird.
Well, you know, it kind of reminds me of, in this situation where the dude is like overly anti-gay. And it turns out he's gay.
The pastor.
Right. I didn't say that, by the way, guys.
You think Akademiks is projecting here?
Is projecting that he is a OVO spy.
Well, he's a terrible spy because it's like that's something anybody
and it's
would
pretty
assume.
Out there too.
Like he's wearing an OVO chain. Like he's not being slick, and it's crazy because he has a blind spot. The blind spot being Drake. So if he works with Drake or has any affiliation with Drake, and let's say hypothetically that some dirt came out on Drake, right? Drake saying being with 30-year-old girls.
Oh God.
Okay, and I'm saying this because it's already something that's been made against Drake, so I think it's okay. Is it fair then to say that, shit, Akademiks, you work with Drake, and to insinuate and imply like you knew about Drake sleeping with 30-year-old girls? Would that be fair?
No.
No, it wouldn't be fair. Because at the end of the day, when you're in the industry with a bunch of people who got businesses and got things going on and shit like that, you're going to do business with a couple of these people, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you know what they're doing in their bedrooms. Maybe in some cases, they're such good friends where the business, goes into social hours and go into some other shit. But I'm not going to assume because Akademiks work with Drake, he's going to know about Drake's fucking sexual fucking escapades. That'd be stupid. That'd be dumb.
So what about what about Trump with Epstein now? What do you think about that?
I have no idea. I don't know these individuals.
So you see you've changed your tone. At first you were saying let's burn it. You said we need the Epstein list. Whoever's on it, it just needs to be burnt down. Now you're seeing a lot of nuance.
No. And this is that extreme way of thinking that social media does where they don't use no nuance. What are they on the Epstein list for? What is being said about them in the Epstein list? If somebody says, hey, I emailed this person because I wanted them to perform at a concert and that's what put them in the Epstein list, as opposed to this motherfucker was eating the nipples of 14-year-old girls, that's a totally different conversation.
What did you...
Great. And like you said, two different cabals.
That was fucking graphic, by the way.
I just don't understand how people don't understand that, things don't have to be intermingled. There are certain situations where, things are boxed off and sector off. Is we have people here that we work with where it's just purely business. Purely. What they got going on in their personal life, if it came out later on, they were in some fucking devious shit. It would not be fair to accuse Study Mob and Podcast of being a part of it and knowing it because we did business with them. That's crazy. It's not fair. It's stupid. It's like when people said, yo, anybody that was at Diddy's parties knew about this. No, it was just literally a party. And it's funny, after everything played out, not one celebrity name came out. Because remember, there was videotapes, allegedly, of Diddy with this celebrity.
It'll
and
come
he
out
has these
eventually. I
tapes.
think it'll come out eventually.
There's nothing there. There's literally nothing. Did even a celebrity name come up in a trial?
No.
He was literally doing that on his own time, away from his celebrity friends. Because if there was an opportunity for all of that shit to come out, it would have came out during the trial. Nothing came out. And that's my point. Yeah, I was at a Diddy party. Doesn't mean I knew he was fucking escorts with a fucking clitoris. I didn't know that shit. I just went to his party a couple times. Remember the rubbing.
Oh God.
I feel, you know what? I think Donald Trump should free Diddy.
I heard he's about to do that.
Yeah, Donald Trump, you're a piece of shit president, but like, if there's one thing I think you should do, and I'll give you credit for, free Diddy. He's gone through enough. Like, life sucks. It's crazy. I wanted to be Diddy at one point, like before all of this, obviously. Now it's like, he's the last person I'd want to be.
Yeah. All that money with a clit.
Like, even with his successes, I wouldn't even want it. I'd be like, nah, keep that shit.
All
over
that
there.
money with a clit is crazy.
That money with a clit. But time out. Why couldn't he get like a dick enlargement? That's the thing.
It doesn't work. We'll talk about it.
It doesn't work?
I mean, it does work, but imagine a button,
Like a pump?
a pump,
Like
on
the sneaker Reebok shoe?
yes, on your gooch.
Really?
on
That's
your
how it
gooch,
works?
On your gooch, yeah.
It's like, hold on, hun. Hold on.
Yeah, on your gooch, yeah.
Hold on. Give me 30 more seconds.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Anyways, that's enough of this Akademiks and Charlamagne sit down.
It was a bizarre sit down.
It's a 3-hour thing, and
They look like they're about to kiss at some point. Like, it's so fucking weird.
and I don't think anything was really accomplished from the sit
it was
down.
not.
Besides, some, I guess,
COE.
yeah, some COE. Charlamagne came off as much more credible. He was very pointed in the things he said. And Akademiks, like you said, just seems paranoid. Like that paranoid, crazy dude in the basement.
He is in his basement still.
Yeah, like drunk, like fuck, like oh my God, like
On Ozempic.
yeah. Is that
He lost mad weight, bro.
oh, it probably is Ozempic. Just locked away in his basement, just thinking crazy shit. It's like, oh my God, what's that sound outside? Is it Roc Nation? Oh my God, is that Jay-Z's lips at my window? Like, it's just a crazy thing. But anyways, check out the sit down and come to your own conclusion. Get in the comments. Let's talk about it. It's just a weird case.